Shalom, shalom. So it is hot today in Pennsylvania. It is 81 degrees here and muggy and humid. So it seems like a great time to talk more about hell. When you are a Christian, you are bound by a specific set of laws. These laws are often referred to as the New Covenant or the Second Covenant. So a covenant is a vow, it is a contract that you enter into with another person or being, in this case God, saying that there are specific rules that you are going to abide by. If you follow these rules, there are benefits and rewards, but if you break these rules, there are consequences. In Christianity, the worst consequence that you could ever have for breaking these rules is hell. Now, we could get into the differences between the Christian definition of hell and the biblical definition of hell, but that's not what we're going to focus on today. Today, we are going to focus on who goes to hell. So, according to Christianity, one of the tenets of getting to their version of heaven is believing in Jesus. If you don't believe in Jesus, if you don't invite him into your heart, then you aren't saved and you are breaking the covenant. It doesn't matter if you follow 99% of the rules perfectly. If you break that one rule, it's hell. Now, most Christian churches will start to ingrain this into your head from a very, very young age, and they express how important it is to spread the gospel, to try to save people. And if anybody in your life isn't saved, you are like personally responsible for them going to hell forever to be tortured in fire and brimstone and flames. That is a lot of pressure for like a 5-year-old. So this idea never sat right with me, because you could have a person who was the kindest, sweetest, most loving person ever, who donated so much to charity, who did goodwill, who was always an amazing, wonderful person who lived an exemplary life. And if they didn't know about Jesus or believe in him, they would be damned to hell. However, you could have a serial killer, a convicted serial killer on death row, who asked for forgiveness and believed in Jesus the moment before his death, and he would be allowed to go to heaven. So from that point of view, I have compassion for atheists looking in on the outside, or people who used to be Christians who are now atheists, who use this point to have anger towards God. I am not angry at God because of that. I am angry at men for twisting the gospel and twisting beliefs and making people think that that is true. Another problem with the idea of people who don't believe in Jesus going to hell is hell is a consequence of breaking the rules of the covenant. If you don't believe in Jesus, you have not signed that contract. You have not become a part of that covenant where the penalty is going to hell. That penalty is for the people who have taken the covenant and break it. A question I would have for Christians is, if you are a Christian and you do not believe in the Egyptian gods, should your heart be weighed after you die? If your heart is too heavy, should you be devoured in the afterlife? Should you be held to the standards of their afterlife beliefs? It reminds me of a story that my husband told me that he heard somewhere along the way, and it was about a missionary who went overseas to spread the gospel. He meets a man from a tribe, and he tells him all about Jesus and all about everything that the Christian church believes in and everything that they have to offer, and that if he would just accept Jesus as his Lord and Savior, then he gets to go to heaven. The man asks him what happens if he doesn't decide to believe in Jesus, and he says, well, if you don't believe in Jesus, then you go to hell. The tribal man asks him, if you had never come here and told me about Jesus and I died never knowing that he existed, would I have gone to hell? To which the missionary replies, no, because you wouldn't have known any better. To which the tribal man asks, then why did you tell me?